guys, it's Eric G from Around the House Show. Is your barbecue just barely holding on and you need to upgrade it for the big game? We got you covered. Monument Grills was founded by three good friends in Atlanta, Georgia that wanted high-quality, durable grills inspired by iconic monuments. The grills are created for the person who loves to cook and are built to last and to enhance your outdoor cooking experience. What I love is that they are the best quality grills for under $900. So check out the American gas grill experts at monumentgrills.com. I bet you'll love to cook on one like I do. Check out the new standard in outdoor cooking at monumentgrills.com.
When it comes to remodeling or renovating your home, there is a lot to know, and we have got you covered. This is Around the House.
Welcome to the Around the House Show, the next generation of home improvement. I'm Eric G. Thanks for joining me today. This is our midweek update. This is where we talk about the stuff that didn't happen last weekend in the show and is not going to make it into next weekend's show. And even though we're going to talk a little bit about this on Saturday, I wanted to bring this up right now in a little more detail. We have a lot of people out there feeling the stress of the news. And before we get into that, I just want to remind you that this episode is brought to you by my friends at Monument Grill. Check them out at monumentgrills.com. If you're looking here this weekend for the big game to be barbecuing, you're like, man, I got friends coming over and I hope mine makes it through this cook. It's time to get a new one. Check it out at monumentgrills.com. Here's the thing, guys. We are seeing tariffs, not tariffs, maybe tariffs in 30 days. We're seeing stuff with China. We're seeing that the U.S. Postal Service is not delivering packages that are coming from China. There's a lot of things happening right now. And yes, that is going to affect your Shein, Temu deliveries for all you people that buy clothes on that. It's going to take a lot of those things that you buy online and could affect that. It will have to get delivered a different way. But here's the thing. We don't control any of it. And I don't care what party you're in. If you're an independent, Republican, Democrat, we have no control over this. We can sit here and get mad and scream at each other, get upset, complain. They're going to fight this thing out, and we're going to have to watch it like it's a wrestling match and see what the outcome is. Now, my recommendation right now would be to start planning those projects you want to do. I have a feeling we have 60 to 90 days before this kind of plays out, and we'll see what happens with all this, because there is a lot of posturing right now. And if we know anything about our current administration, our President Trump is a negotiator, and he negotiates like probably he did in business. He's not the politician. He's not going to come over there with the olive branch. He's hitting the fist on the desk. And it is good old school intimidation. Like it or not, that's what's happening. So the news cycle, all the news people out there, or most of them, because I don't see all of them. I've turned the news off, at least the political stuff, for a while because it was affecting me probably like it is everybody else out there. But I thought, I'm going to get my information, but I'm going to get it, and I'm not going to sit there and watch them talk about it for an hour. I'm going to find out what's going on, get the headline, and do my research, and turn some of the talking heads off. That's me. But you know something? You can do what you want with that. So what I've done is looked at it and said, okay, we are probably going to have some rough trade agreements here in the next 3 or 4 months. Could be sooner. If you noticed, we started out with the tariffs because Trump wanted to get some things done along the border. Canada went, all right, we can do this. Mexico went, all right, we can do this. China said, let's fight. So we'll see what happens. And yes, we the people will pay a price for a short time. There's no doubt about it. I think everybody can agree on that. But it might end up to be something better. So we're going to have to see what happens. Would I go building a custom house right now? Make me a little nervous. Would I be starting a big kitchen remodel right now? I'd be planning it. I think a lot of people right now, if you can run down to the store and pick things up, might be a good time to go down, paint that living room, finish up those projects you're working on. Take a peek. I've been always meaning to paint the living room. Go paint the living room. I want to go down to my local retail store, whether it's a Home Depot, a Lowe's, Menards, Floor and Decor, tile shop, whatever you're working with. Go down and get the pieces off the shelf. Prefer you go to a local place, give them some love, and do that. And I think that's the key right there. Let's tackle those small projects around the house. That's what I'm doing. I'm not starting a bunch of big projects right now. I had one that I could have done here next week, and I went, nah, not doing it. I'm going to make sure it's time for us here in the United States. Let's take care of ourselves a little bit. Let's get this abode a little bit nicer. Let's make it ours. Let's clean it up. Get some trash away. Clean it up. Get some of that junk and clutter out of here. Time to do a little cleanup, and we're going to feel better about our environment. And for all you out there that are posting up on social media, every single political thing that comes out, that is your right as an American, and you got to love that. But just also remember that no matter what side you're on, the other side is rolling their eyes at you like you're rolling the eyes at them. And nobody gets their mind changed on social media. Now, I could see posting things up, talking about cause and effect, things like that. But I have been just slowly on my personal feed, unfollow or snooze for 30 days, whatever you have, to make life a little bit easier. I am tired of hearing the complaining. And something, I think it's going to make for a more enjoyable time on social media. If you're one of the flag wavers, sword bearers, that's cool. That's your right. And have a great time. But for the people out there that are feeling the stress, that are feeling the strained relationships, I was talking to my therapist. Yeah, I got to work on myself too. It is the number one thing people are talking about with broken up families right now is talking politics. So part of taking care of your house is taking care of the people inside of it. So definitely something that I'm changing in my world, and get to catch up on a few more shows that I haven't had time to do and take on a few more projects. So sorry to get preachy on this one, guys, but thought I'd give you a little advice on some things to take care of around the house today. And some of those cool projects that are inexpensive can really make an impact around your house. And if you can do some stuff to save some energy, seal it up, lower your bills, put another couple pennies in your pocket, you're going to be better off. Go down to your local paint store. Make sure and give those guys some love. Head over to your local lumber yard. If you're building something inside or you're building something outside, give those guys some love. Let's support our local businesses. If you partake in adult beverages, those guys have been hurting. Your local drinking establishments have been hurting because of dry January. So it's February. Head in there. If you don't drink, awesome. Love you still for it. But go in, order something to drink that's non-alcoholic, order some food, give them some business because they're hurting too. All right, guys, that's my little thing for today. Let's take care of ourselves. Let's take care of each other. Let's keep it positive. And every year we make it through okay. Let's have a good one this year. One more thing I wanted to talk about here real quick. If you're looking to buy new products, like I'm thinking about getting new appliances, I'm thinking about doing this. Just remember, in about 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks coming up here soon, depending on when you're listening to this, is the Design and Construction Week in Las Vegas. And that is when most of the building industry announces their biggest stuff to come out. So you will see coming out here over the next 90 days, the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks from now, you'll see announcements come out. It's after the show comes out, they make the announcements. You'll see the latest and greatest. The appliance companies, the plumbing companies all come out with their new models, and they announce them here at the end of the show. I will be bringing as much of that as I can. There's so much space. I couldn't walk and see the entire show, but I'm going to try to bring some great stuff to you. And we're going to be bringing in a lot of video content as well. We've got some exciting stuff coming out there. All right, guys, keep it positive out there. Love your neighbor. Help them out. Volunteer in your neighborhood. Get a cleanup party going. Help everybody out. And thanks for tuning into Around the House. Feedspot yesterday announced that we were the #1 podcast for content in home improvement in the world. Thank you, Feedspot. We are just getting started. All right, guys, I'm Eric G. Thanks for tuning in to Around the House. We'll see you this weekend for a killer show. And let me tell you what, we're going to be talking radon. This was something in one of the hours we actually had a question about. Why haven't we talked about it? If you have a question, send me a message over at Around the House Online, and we might do it for an upcoming show, just like I got about a week and a half ago. We'll see you Saturday. Thanks for tuning into Around the House. I appreciate you guys. Have a great week.
Anywhere beyond the mean, life is a love song. Let's be lovers. We're all over the radio. Take my hand, I know where to go. All over the radio with you.
Are you a contractor, landscaper, or small business owner? Are you tired of renting or pulling that worn-out trailer to the job site? Is that really the best look for your company? It's time to up your game and check out the trailers from Summit Trailer. If you want the highest quality trailer you can own, they are proudly made right here in Oregon with a dealer network all along the West Coast. What I love about my Summit Trailer is that it's a dump trailer that was designed to work. I can load it up without having to worry about if it's going to be able to lift the load, and it pulls like a dream. This was built to work. So it doesn't matter if you want a dump trailer like mine or a deck over flatbed, tilt bed, or utility trailer. They got a trailer that'll fit your needs. Invest in your business with something you'll feel proud of, pulling up to any job site or your next project. Check out the best trailer in the West at summittrailermfg.com. Check out the dealer locator and find your nearest dealer at summittrailermfg.com.